This is a message for any soul entrepreneurs, business owners, inspired from Sincerely Tiara. So thank you for the suggestion. Here's the message for soul entrepreneurs. First, I am seeing the energy, the movie Pleasantville, which I'm sure I've mentioned before. It is about going from a ho-hum life to living in color, living fully vibrantly, living in your joy, in your passion, and in your pleasure. If you are running a business right now and this resonates with you, you are in a period of transition from doing things because they make you money, doing things because people expect them from you, doing things because that's what makes sense for you to be doing. You're moving from that to your passion, following your passion, doing what lights you up, for lack of a less cliche phrase, doing what lights you up. You are releasing the burden of your business. Your business is no longer meant to feel like a burden. And if you keep trying to force yourself to do these things that make sense, you're going to continue to get stopped or blocked because you're really being guided into creating from your heart space and trusting your heart and trusting that your heart is enough in the world to offer the world. Also, they're showing me that your insistence on doing things that make sense, we'll just call it that, is part of you hiding your heart. You are on this process of being more vulnerable, more open, and sharing your heart with the world. And part of that is actually doing the things that your heart loves to do in the world, visibly, for other people to experience and for other people to see. So part of your heart healing is literally this journey of, it's safe to follow my heart, it's safe to live from my heart, and it's safe to share my heart with the world. Aries energy may be significant. I'm seeing the ram symbol. We do have a new moon in Aries coming up on April 17th, I believe. And so I would look at, if you're into astrology, look at where Aries is in your chart, what house Aries rules, because it feels like they're telling me that that area of life can give you insight into where your passions lie. Some of the things that you're being guided to do or to focus on relate to the Aries house in your birth chart. I'm seeing this energy of the Dollar Tree, and then I heard Fortune 500, which are obviously very contrasting energies. So I feel like I almost want to say that it feels like your finances, your ability to attract success when you are not coming from your heart at this point is equivalent to the Dollar Tree, which, no shade to the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. But they're saying there is massive wealth, there's massive abundance, there's massive recognition being in the Fortune 500. Not saying you will be there, but you could. It's just representative of the energy. But the difference between the Dollar Tree and someone who may be in the Fortune 500 or a business that may be. So right now, you may be having dreams implanted in your heart, maybe actual dreams, but you may be getting glimpses of where you could go and what could be, and they may be scaring you a little bit, but that's the point. The point is to crack your heart open by awakening the parts of you that desire something bigger, by showing you somehow, bringing you into contact with a bigger dream, whether it's you meet someone that opens your eyes, or you go somewhere and you see something different, something that's possible, or someone speaks life into you and tells you what they think you could do. There's some kind of expansion that's going on in your mind of what's possible that is awakening your heart to believe in what's possible. But what you have to focus on right now is not thinking that this is an illusion, not thinking that this could never happen, not thinking that this dream is too big for you. That's what I'm seeing, is that there's this calling and yearning to something grand, but then there's this part of you that's like, no, that will never happen for me. That could never. And it's that gap in between that you are being guided to bridge right now through the lessons that you're learning at this time. It also feels like the parts of your heart that are wanting to come out, that are hiding but wanting to come out, are parts of your heart that at some point earlier in your life were told were not good enough. They very early on got the impression that, this is not for me. This type of dream, this type of path is not for me. The path does feel very creative in general. It feels obviously very heart-based, so very, very creative. And so yeah, there's something about your creativity that was shunned when you were younger, or not accepted, or just ignored. And so that created this belief that it's not good enough, it's not going to get me anywhere, and that I really shouldn't even show it to people. There may be some shame there as well around your creativity that makes you feel like you need to hide it. So I feel like this message is for people who may be traditional business owners or entrepreneurs who are being guided into something that is more creative. So maybe you are a business coach, but you've been being called to write. Or maybe you run a restaurant, but you are being called to sell the clothing that you make in your spare time. You're just doing it as a side hustle, but it's supposed to be your main thing. I feel like this is a message about pivoting completely how you share your gifts with the world. And the old business being about being something that you created from the wound, something that you created from scarcity, something that you created from a need to be successful, from a need to hide your heart and do these things instead that are more masculine, that are more understandable by the world and accepted by the world as successful. And so you created a whole business from there. And now you're being asked to pivot. You're being asked to pivot. I don't understand this answer. I'm seeing Tom Cruise in Top Gun. I'm going to Google. I've seen the second Top Gun. I haven't seen the first. Maverick. Okay. I'm just like, what? Maverick. Okay. Yeah. So he got the name Maverick because he is a risk taker. He's someone who maybe doesn't play by the rules. I feel risk is the significant part of why he's showing up. Let me just double check that. Maverick is showing up because there's this energy of no longer being wishy-washy. I had to pull some cards to clarify, but the Queen of Swords reversed and the World. And then we have the Clarity card, planning, releasing illusions. So there was this energy of not fully committing to what it was that you said that you wanted, and therefore your reality would falter because internally you were not fully committed. You would question, you would choose a path, but then ask, is this path really for me? It's a time where you are learning responsibility, self-responsibility, maturity, and you're learning to show up for the things that you are committing to and to commit to the things that you want. Ultimately, showing up for the things you're committing to is showing up for yourself. The Saturn energy is very heavy here. It's Saturn and Aries especially showing up for you, choosing yourself, making your decision a part of who you are now. This is who you are now, and you're not going back to the old way. It reminds me of that Tony Robbins quote where he says, burn the boats. He talks about burning the boats, where you make a decision, you cross over the river, and then you burn the boats so that you cannot physically go back, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you want to. There is no way back. And that's the level of commitment that's required from you right now as it relates to your business, as it relates to your purpose. And I almost feel like your spirit team is saying to commit to your pleasure as well, because that's still an important part of this message. It's like, what is your highest dream? You're not giving that enough space and room to breathe, whatever that dream is. You're too bogged down in how things have been and what you've been doing before. You have to dream again. And you have to spend time with your dream, letting it flourish, feeding it, tending to it. You've been ignoring the dream. You've been avoiding the dream. You've been afraid of the dream, a lot of you. It's time to reconnect with the dream. Seeing that for this collective, you have lived past lives as a priest or priestess, priestess. I see a temple. You've been someone who worked out of temples. There is this energy of devotion associated with the temple. And this is the energy of your most abundant career path, of your most abundant business. It has the energy of a temple. It is very quiet. It is deep. It is sensual. If you are someone that has a business that's very outward, that's something to consider. That you may be being pushed inward to expressing yourself in a way that resonates more with the energy of the temple. Just examples that I'm thinking of right now, I mean, writing comes to mind. Having a solo podcast comes to mind. Maybe you're in a studio by yourself, just speaking, expressing your thoughts. I could also see someone who does some sort of craft. For example, maybe you make spell oils. That's the example that's coming to me. But you make spell oils and you have a cozy part of your home where you craft them. Not that you're not meant to be public facing, but I feel like there is a need to shift your work to be more inward than it currently is, because that's where your abundance lies. If there's anywhere in your work where you feel used, they're showing me used bubblegum, like chewed up and spit out, that's not for you anymore. And it's a frequency thing. It feels stale, it feels monotonous, like old bubblegum that's on the bottom of your shoe. Versus the temple energy that I was feeling before. This is, like I described, deep, sensual, it's connected to your heart, it's connected to your emotions, it's vibrant, it's passionate. There's different frequencies there, and that's up to you to be able to determine which parts of your business align with what. Maybe there's something new that you haven't even considered yet that is more aligned with the temple. It's really important, not just for you to make the shift, but for the world, because the Healing Earth card is here. And I feel like that with this card, they're saying that we are energetically healing the world. It's not just with our actions, but the energy that we exist in is healing the world. And by existing in the energy of the temple in your work, you are healing the world. That's why it's the key to your abundance also, because we are compensated, divine compensation. We're compensated for the amount of value that we bring to the world. And that doesn't just mean physical value, that means energetic value. And that the other thing about this is that the physical value that you are bringing to the world is going to be 10 times more powerful in the temple energy than it is in the bubblegum, chewed up bubblegum energy. So you're impacting people more, you're energetically healing the world more, you're happier. It's just, there's no bad option here. It's clearly the way to go. So let's get some more information on how you can make this transition. They're showing me bees, which to me represents community, working in a team. It feels like it's really important for you to have community right now. So if you don't have a community, I would highly recommend going to find one. Rebirth is a great place to start if you're into virtual membership community. The link is in the description. But you're going to need other people around you to help you believe in this decision. I got a card to clarify. What is the community for? I pulled the friendship card: support, fun, unity, play. So I mean, I think it's again, it feels very energetic. It doesn't feel like, I think I was overthinking it before by trying to get more answers. Friendship card coming out, it tells me that being surrounded by other people, because sometimes there are things that we just cannot see. We can't do everything on our own. And so being around other people, like-minded people, similar-hearted people, it inspires you. It shows you different things that are possible, different things that you might have been missing, different things that you want for yourself. And also it just kind of raises you into this energy of joy, of play, of fun, just like this card says, of unity and support, which is a better feeling than feeling isolated and confused and stuck and alone. This card says, the two smiling young women on this card look out over the beauty of their homeland with joyous appreciation. The profound kindred connection they share is clearly a wellspring of ongoing support and happiness. This card is telling you that it's an important time to reconnect with friends and loved ones in order to experience the camaraderie and joint intentions of your soul group. There's a powerful vibration that comes from a connection forged in shared history, philosophy, and loving experiences. It is a palpable yet often unspoken union that brings deep feelings of support. This may or may not be the family of your youth, but when the resonance of these individuals vibrate in harmony, innocence, and enjoyment, you can rest assured that it is the family of your soul. You may have been feeling the need for support lately. If so, let yourself turn to those you know who will allow you to express all your deepest desires and fears without judgment or derision. Unite with others of like mind so you can continue to support each other through good times and bad. This card also encourages you to get together with others for the simple intentions of fun and play. The times when you share these magical vibrations will spread the irresistible resonance of joy exponentially through your life and theirs. Always remember, you deserve to let go, to have fun, to come together with the happy souls that lift your energy and fill you with hope, comfort, laughter, and unbounded bliss. Okay. Yeah. So it really is about the energy that is created when a group of people that are in alignment come together, and that energy can support you as you are making this shift. Last message is just, they show me this movie on Netflix that is wild, but it's basically kind of a movie about jealousy and people trying to quote unquote destiny swap or being envious or coveting what you have. So you may have been dealing with those themes in friendship. That's why they're showing that to me. And you may be a little hesitant to make friends again because you don't want to experience that again. But then I saw this image of me actually when I was younger in the middle of this like bar dancing in the middle of the dance circle, and the message was about dancing like no one's watching. It was like fully expressed, don't care who's looking, don't care who's watching. That's what you're learning when you encounter these people, because you may still encounter them, but understand that you're encountering them because it's teaching you to fully own all of the parts of yourself. And whenever you encounter someone like that, that is a sign that there may be a part of you that you aren't fully owning or expressing. And your interaction with them, your experience, your lesson from them is helping you to reveal more of your authentic self. And if you're interested right now, there are 2 ways to work with me. One would be in my Rebirth membership. The other would be in the upcoming 8-week group course, Unleash Your Venus. This is all about understanding your Venus archetype, embodying your feminine energy so that you can become more sensual, more magical, more open, more heart-centered, and trusting of your heart so that you can open up to relationships, love. You can attract and receive more money and beauty into your life. So we start April 8th, and the link is in the description.